In a world where whispers are buried beneath headlines, where the truth is drowned in silence, real voices, real crimes, we uncover the stories that were never meant to be told. This is Silence of the Truth.
A peaceful family hike, the last place you'd expect a nightmare.
But someone was already watching.
And a manhunt began, with the nation watching.
Overnight, Arkansas State Police releasing a composite sketch of a man seen at the park. They want to question him about the murders of 43-year-old Clinton Brink and his 41-year-old wife, Kristen.
Possible stabbing, Devil's Den State Park.
The couple's two daughters, ages 7 and 9, unharmed, running for help after the attack.
Two children are there. They advised that their parents were assaulted. One was possibly stabbed. The parents are missing.
This is the chilling moment police found the bodies.
So we found the victims down here. I've got two bodies down here.
The Brinks were on a family hike Saturday afternoon in Devil's Den State Park, a sprawling 2,500 acres of rugged terrain, thick vegetation, and no cell phone service.
Devil's Den State Park, a place known for natural beauty, quiet trails, and family getaways until July 2025. Clinton and Cristen Brink planned a peaceful hike with their children. What followed would become one of Arkansas's most disturbing tragedies. This is the story of love, sacrifice, and murder. Clinton Brink, 38, was a U.S. Army veteran turned middle school coach. His wife, Kristen, 35, was a second-grade teacher known for her kindness and devotion to family. Together, they were raising two daughters, aged 8 and 5. The Brinks lived in Fayetteville, Arkansas, just a short drive from Devil's Den State Park. Friends described them as inseparable. They often took weekend trips into nature. It was part of their effort to stay grounded, keep their girls off screens, and away from distractions. On July 26, 2025, they packed sandwiches, sunscreen, and a first aid kit. They left home around 7:45 a.m. It would be the last time anyone saw them alive. Devil's Den was bustling that morning. Temperatures were mild, and several other hikers reported seeing the Brink family on the Yellow Rock Trail. One witness recalled Clinton giving directions to a lost tourist. Another saw the girls skipping ahead, laughing. Surveillance footage at the park gate confirmed the family's entry at 8:37 a.m. But after 10 a.m., no more sightings. Authorities estimate that the attack happened around 10:45 a.m. in a shaded clearing off the main trail. It was secluded, partially hidden by boulders and thick undergrowth. What happened next is pieced together from physical evidence and the traumatized testimony of an 8-year-old survivor. The suspect had been following the family for at least half an hour. He struck when Kristen stepped behind a tree with one of her daughters. Clinton intervened, physically confronting the attacker, a man in his 30s, tall, wearing a dark hoodie and gloves despite the heat. Clinton was stabbed multiple times. Kristen was attacked next while shielding her youngest daughter. Both parents died on sight. The attacker vanished into the forest. He left no weapon behind.
Cover the main trail right now first.
Hear yells calling for help. We're hiking down
10-4, we're hearing them too towards the end of the lower part of the Devil's Den Trail. Try to relay to the office that we found the victims down here. They're on the lower Devil's Den Trail. I've got two bodies down here.
The suspect in the double homicide is described as a white man of an unknown age, last seen wearing dark-colored shorts, a dark tank top, and weightlifting-type gloves. Witnesses say he was driving toward a park exit at Devil's Den in a black four-door sedan, possibly a Mazda, with a license plate covered up by duct or electrical tape.
When I got here, and so I spoke with some of the campers. I was asking what's going on, and there were all sorts of theories being thrown around. But something that isn't a theory is that campers have felt very unsafe.
So we've been here all day. We're from Texas, so we came in for the weekend, and we came up here and there are cop cars all around there, and we were a little concerned, and we went up to the visitor center because we were trying to get some merch, some stickers, and they said that they couldn't say anything but that everything was closed for an emergency. We then went over by, it was a creek trail of some sort, and a park ranger said that they had an active scene, but she didn't say anything else.
Thanks, Bo. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders released a statement today to give her reaction to the tragedy at Devil's Den, saying, quote, we're praying for the families and friends of the victims and know that law enforcement will not rest until the perpetrator is brought to justice.
Miraculously, both daughters survived. The eldest, bleeding from a minor stab wound to the shoulder, managed to flag down hikers around noon. Her younger sister, unharmed but catatonic, was found gripping a pine cone, the last thing her mother had handed her. The girls were transported to Washington Regional Medical Center and placed under trauma care. The older sister gave a vague description of the attacker. He had angry eyes and smelled like smoke. By 3 p.m., the entire park was shut down. Over 70 officers combed Devil's Den. Drones flew overhead. Sniffer dogs traced a scent line to a nearby fire road, where investigators found a discarded hoodie soaked in blood. Inside the pocket was a burnt-out lighter engraved with initials, A.J.M. An FBI profiler suggested the suspect may have stalked the family from the parking lot. He was methodical, calm under pressure, but disturbed. The name Andrew James McGann entered the database, a local substitute teacher with prior arrests for trespassing and possession of knives. McGann, 34, had been on the radar of campus police but never charged with a violent crime. Students described him as off, obsessed with survivalism, and known to rant about families being weak. He lived out of his car, often seen near trailheads in northwest Arkansas. Days before the murder, he'd been spotted near Devil's Den with binoculars. When news broke of the Brink murders, McGann disappeared.
Number 2, the man accused of killing a husband and wife in front of their children at an Arkansas state park appeared in court for the first time today. Andrew McGann is charged with stabbing the couple to death last weekend at Devil's Den State Park near Fayetteville. He was appointed a public defender during today's hearing and ordered to stay in jail without bond. Authorities arrested McGann Wednesday at a barber shop. The hairdresser says she was in shock when officers stormed into the shop and she discovered who the client was.
Something fell off about him. He looked pretty scary. He didn't look like he was okay. He was very timid. His eyes just looked sunken. Pretty kind of like soulless.
The victims are Clinton and Cristen Brink. Family members say they had just moved to Arkansas for new jobs. Reports say that Clint was trying to protect his wife when he was stabbed, and Cristen was stabbed while trying to protect their children.
Clinton and Cristen were killed on Saturday, July 26, 2025, at Devil's Den State Park. The suspect was taken into custody this evening at 4:57 p.m. at a business in the Springdale area. I'm extremely grateful for the long hours and dedication that our agents put forward in bringing justice to this family. The collaboration between state police and other local law enforcement agencies, our federal partners, has been second to none. I also want to thank our media partners for helping us distribute important information during these past few days. Because of their hard work and investigative skill, we were able to take a monster off the streets and bring relief to Clinton and Kristen's precious girls.
On August 3, 2025, McGann was apprehended in a tent just 12 miles from the crime scene. Inside, police found blood-stained shoes, a hunting knife, and detailed notebooks containing violent sketches. DNA confirmed blood on the shoes belonged to Clinton Brink. McGann was arrested and charged with 2 counts of capital murder, attempted murder of a minor, and child endangerment. Clinton and Kristen's funerals were attended by hundreds. Their daughters were adopted by Kristen's sister. A scholarship fund was launched in their honor. The family's story touched millions. But McGann has yet to stand trial. His legal team claims mental illness. A hearing is set for early 2026. In a world filled with darkness, the Brink family shined. Clinton died shielding his girls. Kristen, too, gave her life protecting them. Their names echo in Devil's Den and beyond.